Give it a moment.
There we go.
Give it a few minutes. Let people come on before we get started here. Lots to do, lots to cover. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Give it a few minutes. Let as many people log on as they can so we don't have to go over everything. Hello, Linda. How's everyone doing? We're just about there. Just about there. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Just about there. This time next week, we'll be really in the thick of it. Hello, Veronica. How's everyone doing? Happy October. Happy 2 weeks before the expo. Laurie, how are you? So for those of you who don't know, I'm John. This is Chris. We are the organizers of the New Jersey Paraunity Expo. We have been this is going on our 9th time. And we decided, to start doing these a couple of years ago to try to update everyone. And what we're going to do this time is sort of go bullet point by bullet point. We'll be looking at questions, of course, as we go, but we're going to go bullet point by bullet point to list all the questions that people normally ask us, and then we'll answer them, and then we'll answer your questions as well, of course. But the idea here is to handle things one at a time and answer them in a way that we could then cut them and create reels so that we could put each individual question as a reel on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything. Hello, Travis, Laura, how's everyone doing? So we'll start. I'm just gonna wait for more people to get in here. Yeah, the expo, we're gonna go in point by point. Again, if we don't cover something, if we see a question, we'll kind of stop in the middle to answer that question. But we have our own list of questions here that we see the comments, we see the questions. You could always call us. Our number's on the page. So you want to take the first one? You want me to take the first one? First one's an easy one.
Yeah. So the expo date is November 4th and 5th. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., different from last year. And it is located at 2 Samuel. What?
1 Samuel.
There you go. 1 Samuel Lupo Place, Woodbridge, New Jersey, at the Woodbridge High School. So that's the first easy thing right out of the gate.
Yeah. So again, same place it's always been. Woodbridge High School. You can Google that if you haven't been there. But that's, like she said, that's the easy part. That's November 4th and 5th, 10 to 5, both days, same hours. So again, the dates. The dates are on the poster. Now we're going to get into what is the more not difficult part, but takes a little more of an explanation. Admission, tickets. As we mentioned before, we had to stop online sales for no other reason other than there was a glitch with the township PayPal account and we couldn't use it anymore. So that happened August, I believe.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah. So that's why we had to cut off online sales for no other reason than that, which is why we had to make the quick change and only sell at the door, because online sales were no longer available to us. Except for chip coffee.
Right.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Tickets are available at the door both days. $25 per person, $10 for kids under 12. Again, they're available at the door.
Cash only.
Cash only. No credit card payments whatsoever.
Township is not set up for that with the Woodbridge Charity Fund. I just went blank, if that's okay.
So we're going to be dividing into different lines. Again, we recommend you get there early because And we're anticipating a big line. We had a big line last year. So we recommend you get there early. We're going to try to separate the lines between prepaid online sales and cash sales.
Yes. And we have been getting a million questions about if I'm traveling from far away, will I be turned away? No, no. We have expanded. We have reconfigured things. There are not going to be any issues with the attendees coming.
Yeah, that's again, that's been one of the, like you said, the big questions. We read the comments, we've been getting phone calls, we've been getting instant messages, and like Chris said, we don't have a capacity number because we went to 2 days as opposed to just one. Sure, you know, you should come Sunday if you can't meet everybody Saturday. You should think about, or just coming on Sunday. Sunday's probably going to be the quieter day of the two, but no, if you've traveled, yeah, we'll make sure you get in.
And we spread out more. We're
Yeah.
using more of the school than we've ever done before. So that's something else to be aware of. And we've changed with the directions of
Yeah.
our lines and stuff. So whole different thing, nothing like last year whatsoever.
No, last year's issues were the heat. It was 100 degrees outside. July, we never wanted to do a July convention. The air conditioning of the school couldn't keep up because the people kept opening up the doors. No fault of theirs. It was just they needed to go that way to get to different parts of the building, and it was one day. So again, we went back and first we said online sales, but then we said no, we can open ticket sales up to the door if we use more of the building and we expand to 2 days, which is what we did.
Yeah.
Now, again, we're going to separate the lines best we can for cash and for prepaid. We're going to have multiple stations set up for cash to try to get people in and process as quickly as possible through the cash lines while other people are going through the prepaid online sales. One thing that we want to make note of, if you're watching this, and I hope you are, and this is going to be a reel right here. If you have paid online and you have your PayPal confirmation, please, it is more than one page in most cases. It's multiple pages. If you can print out those multiple pages, because those multiple pages show us specific details, Saturday or Sunday for admission, as well as chip coffee. So print out everything, staple it together, and bring it with you so we can just flip through it and see to band you for Saturday or Sunday for admission and for chip coffee.
It's going to move you faster if you do that. If we
Exactly.
have to stop to figure out what the breakdown is, if you only have the amount and the date, that means we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to band you accordingly, and it's going to take longer to get you through the door. So it behooves you. It's to your advantage to have all of that information set out.
Did you say behooves?
It behooves you. Absolutely. I use that word.
So again, that's a reel right there. If you have purchased online tickets, please listen carefully. Go to your PayPal. I know the emails are probably old, but if you search your emails, you just type in PayPal in the search bar, it'll pull up all the PayPal emails that you have. Try to print out every page of that and staple it together. Like Chris said, we get through that, boom, boom, boom. We flip the pages. We can see exactly what's there. Band, in you go. So it'll make it easier for you. It'll make it easier for us. So that's very, very important.
For those who can't find your PayPal confirmation, we know that this is an issue for some people. So for those who can't find the PayPal for whatever reason, or they didn't get the confirmation from PayPal, we are allowing you to use your bank statement or credit card statement that you used to make the payment with. The only thing that we have to have in order for you to use this is the date of purchase, Woodbridge Charity Fund, and the amount. It must be shown on the statement. We also tell you, black out your account number, please.
So, Nikki, there are no more online sales. We're a week away now. Everything is going to be at the door.
Yeah.
So, again, just make note of these things. Again, we're going to create reels for everything. And you can always go back and watch this if you picked it up late or anything. But so far, we've covered the dates of the convention and the ticket sales. Okay.
There is no paying at the door for VIP party tickets. VIP parties are completely sold out.
Yes. So there will be different wristbands for different days. So you cannot use the same wristband or try to use the same wristband for both days. There will be different wristbands for each day of the convention. Somebody asked the question about vendors. Yeah, there'll be lots of vendors. There'll be a whole gymnasium full of different vendors selling different things,
Readers.
which we're very proud of.
Yes. The other thing is that when you come in, there is a handout that is going to help you navigate where everybody is, where the exhibit rooms are, where the celebrities are that are not in the vending area. So these are important for you to have and to look at as a guide. And on top of that, we will also have the mayor's advisory committee that are in green shirts, who are there to help you and assist you and direct you, along with, we now have volunteers that are going to help, that will be identified with a certain badge. They will be the people that will direct you and be able to answer your questions while you're there along the way.
See, this is somebody, are there still tickets? There's tickets available for both days. We stopped online because there was a glitch with the township PayPal. That's it. That's the only reason we stopped online sales. It had nothing to do with capacity. There was a glitch in their system, so they said no, we can't access the charity fund online anymore. Do it at the door. So when you pay at the door, again, these are township people that are collecting your money, not us. All of the money generated and raised for this event goes to the Woodbridge Charity Fund. We don't make any money. Neither does any of the other volunteers you see working this event.
They all volunteer
for the charity fund. One thing I want to mention again about the map. When you enter the high school, the entrance, to your left is the auditorium where all of the lectures will be. To the right is the gymnasium where all of the vendors will be, along with some celebrities, people like John Zappis, Dave Schrader, Chris and Mike from the Wraith Chasers, Weird New Jersey. I can't, but there'll be some celebrities in the gym as well, but others will be located in the back kind of side hallway. If you look at the handout we give you, you'll see the poster on the front. When you flip it over, it's pretty easy. It shows you the gym, it shows you the lecture area, and then it shows you where Ghost Hunters are, Ghost Brothers are, Project Fear is. It shows you where Steve DeShavi is. It shows you where Chip Coffee is, and it shows you where all the exhibit rooms are. Just flip that thing over and take a look.
It's there.
And everything is there.
Everything. And even if you're confused or because we all do, we get turned around. There are people there specifically to direct you if you need assistance. So it's you're not going to be lost. We're going to help you. And even on the maps, it tells you where the bathrooms are. The other thing
no one can check in on Friday evening.
Yeah, there's no check-in for the expo itself.
Go ahead.
The other thing that I wanted to say is that exhibit rooms are free. The lectures are free and they are done by the celebrity guest. Having said that, both days have different lectures. I don't know if you wanted to go through it.
Tickets will be available the day of. That's what we've been saying. That's what we kind of started this discussion with.
Tickets are available
both days.
Tickets online right now are available for Chip Coffee's gallery reading only. That's a $50 per person thing. But the Chip Coffee is going to be on sale that day. The admission for Saturday is going to be available that day, cash. So no issues whatsoever. So
again, the exhibit rooms, because we mentioned them, we have some really, really good ones. When we started this, we wanted to be kind of different than other conventions and the things that we do and how we do it. So we started with one exhibit room and we've grown it now to 4 this year. And what is an exhibit room? If you don't know, we try to just have different kind of paranormal themed rooms, if you want to call it that. Excuse me. We have Cody and Satori, the paranormal couple, will have their haunted object exhibit. That's one room. Ron and Lourdes, who are watching right now, will have their Staticom room. And if you don't know what that is, you should go check it out. It's a different new form of ITC that you have to see to believe it. We're hoping to have the Ouija board guy there. We know he's having some health issues.
He said he's going to be there.
Okay,
he sent me a message. He's going to be here.
He has a whole entire room full of all different Ouija boards from different times and different styles. And then we have Shadow of the Big Red Eye, which is the Bigfoot exhibit. So these are cool. Anytime you want during the day, either day, you just look at your map, go down that back hallway, and you can go in those rooms and check them out free. There's no charge for the exhibits or the lectures. So
that's all included with your
because I went through that. You can. So we're going to go real quick through the lectures. You can look at the website. There'll be signage at the expo for when the lectures are.
And what I do is I encourage you when you walk in the door, if you didn't already go onto the website and take a little snapshot for yourself to keep on your phone, when you walk in, there's going to be two big poster boards by the auditorium where you can take a picture of it and keep track of during the day what they are. So Saturday, and I'm not going to do the times. I'm just going to tell you who's speaking Saturday. Dave Schrader is speaking, then John Zaffis,
very good speaker,
then Ghost Hunters, then Ronnie LeBlanc. And then after that, Chip Coffee Q&A. Now, I am going to say that after the Q&A, when Chip Coffee goes back in, he closes out the expo, 4:30 to 5:30. 4:30, if you're not in your seat, even if you paid, you're not getting in.
For the gallery reading.
For the gallery reading. You're not getting in because you can't throw him off. He's made it clear, and you don't get a refund. So make sure you're watching the clock wherever you are, because he takes no exceptions to that rule.
Chip's rule.
And we stand by. And there's a poster that says it when you walk in. So we're giving you fair warning ahead of time.
And if you want to buy tickets for Chip's gallery reading the day of, you decide you want to go attend, just go to Chip's table. He'll be in the back hallway. You could meet Chip, get a picture with him, and then buy tickets to the gallery reading either day.
And we'll have a table outside after the Q&A too,
yes,
if you decide suddenly after being in the Q&A that you want to go. So no issues there. Sunday, and this is what we say, the lecture schedule changes from Saturday to Sunday. So on Sunday, we have Kalani Smith speaking. Then we have Project Sphere. Then we have Ghost Brothers. Then we have Dustin Perry. And then we end with Chip Coffey's Q&A, and the same thing again, Chip Coffey's gallery reading. That's going to end the expo.
The expo opens at 10 and closes at 5. Okay. Chip's Coffey's gallery will run a little late, but anyone who's not at the gallery reading will have to leave the building at 5 o'clock.
Absolutely. No, but they won't.
No exceptions.
They're literally, when 5 o'clock hits, the site managers go through the school,
superintendents, and police.
You can't stand around. They clear you out. It has nothing to do with us. That's just the way it is. Boom.
Rules,
it's closed. You got to go. If you're not in the Chip Coffee gallery reading, you got to go.
Yeah, the vendors room will be locked.
Yes.
After 5 p.m., all those doors will be locked. So
there'll be no issues, and there'll be a hard open time. So you're aware of what time the doors will be open for the vendors when they come back in on Sunday. The expo itself is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I saw that question asked.
No, Steve Giuseppe will be in his own room near Chip Coffee. Again, just look at the map. You'll be able to see where Steve is as soon as you'll be handed the map as soon as you get your ticket or your wristband.
Yeah.
Boom. You just turn around, look at the map, you'll see exactly where he is.
The other thing is, parking is free. Parking will be handled by officers outside that will be directing you. You'll need to follow their direction and where they tell you to go. That's imperative. The other thing that we tell you is, if you are handicapped and you need a handicap spot, you must inform the officer that is there directing. They will have a special spot for you to go. We make the suggestion because the handicap spots are not near the school. No parking is directly right at the school entrance. Well, it's not that close though. Right. It's not like right there. Right. You would have to walk no matter what. So if you have somebody and you can do this, drop them at the door, tell the officer, drop the person at the door, and then go park and then come, and whatever you need to do, we'll make that work. Everything, everywhere in the entire building is handicap accessible.
It's one level.
Everything.
And there will be food trucks. The good thing about the food trucks this year, we kind of worked this out with the township, is last year the food trucks were by the football stadium. If you were there, you would know where I'm talking about. This time, the food trucks will actually be right outside the expo doors. There's grass. There's an oval, giant oval grass section that separates parking lots and driveways. They'll be right there in front of you, all the food trucks parked up there, and they're going to have some picnic benches out there to make it a little better.
Yeah, we're working really hard on making it very accessible and easy for everybody. The other thing that I really quick wanted to say is that some of the vendors do have the ability to take credit cards, but not all. So be prepared for that. I always tell everybody that be mindful of that. And a lot of them kind of have to, sometimes they have the issue. There's a little bit of issue with the Wi-Fi in there. The buildings are real thick. It's a very old school.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might have to step outside a door to the side so that they can try to get reception to make things work. So that is just something for you to know ahead of time. Sybil's been with us. Sybil, and she says she takes credit cards. So I want to put that out to you so that you guys can be prepared for that.
Somebody asked, you could reach out the VIP party ticket in from someone who's selling one. I would recommend
it goes through me.
Yeah,
if somebody's selling you a ticket and it's not generated by me and you haven't been contacted by me, it is not a credited sale. I want to make that very clear to everybody that is watching. If you are not going through messaging, texting through me, and I'm not on that message with the person you're buying for, it is not a guaranteed sale. Do not do it. I hold the list for the VIP parties. I know who's selling and I know who's on it. So do not buy from anyone and do not sell your tickets to anyone unless you've gotten to me and I'm brokering that deal. Because there are no links for sales for VIP parties. They're completely sold out. And if you show up at the door and I didn't broker that deal, your name's not on the list, you don't get entry no matter what you show me. I'm letting you know because this is too serious.
So unless they're the two hotels, somebody asked about that question about unless they're the Comfort Suites or the Fairfield Inn, I don't think they're going to have the address to the expo or the VIP parties. That's not for them. There are sponsored hotels in that we got them to agree to be part of the convention at a reduced rate so that attendees, it'll be affordable. That's always been the goal, to keep the cost low for admission and to make sure that there were discounted hotel rooms for you guys who are traveling, because we live paycheck to paycheck like everyone else. So if you're staying at any of the other hotels, the Hampton, Spring Hill, you're better off yourself having that address and have that information. I wouldn't rely on the hotels to have that. No, I wouldn't.
So Paul asked, what are our hotels?
We have the remaining hotels are the Hampton Inn in Woodbridge, which is 5 minutes from the expo, and the Spring Hill Suites in Woodbridge, which again, they're all really close. I mean, you can take an Uber. It take you 5 minutes.
It's right there. Everything is local, and every one of these hotels are checked out by us. So we know that these are good hotels you're staying at. It's very
discounted rooms. Again, if you were to call or go on their websites, the links on our page, and just say I'm coming for the expo weekend, you could probably, although this late you might not though, but you could try to get the discount. Yeah, it's a good time.
Okay. The other thing that's really important that I want you guys to know, this does not pertain to the gallery reading and the Q&A. You do not have to do those in those settings because he's on stage away from everybody. But Chip is requesting that if you're going to come in his room where he is and for a meet and greet, you must wear a mask. And we are providing those masks. You don't have to bring one. You don't have to worry about it. There'll be signs that will sit to say that you have to wear a mask to meet and greet Chip in his room. There will be somebody at the door providing the mask and making sure. But we want you to know this ahead of time. He knows somebody that has compromised immune system, and he's just protecting the person that's part of his family. And we support him on this. So this is just so you know ahead of time. You will be required to wear a mask.
No exceptions. He won't let you in.
And greet.
Yeah, he won't let you in. As far as people ask the question all the time as well, Chip they're all awesome. I'm going to be honest with you. We've been doing this for 9 years, and we've never dealt with anyone that we ever said we don't want them back. They were difficult. They were horrible to the fans.
Never.
Never. We've never come across one person like that. But having said that, people ask the question all the time, what does it cost to meet the celebrities and for autographs and blah, 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 and all that stuff? The $25 admission gives you the opportunity to wait in line and to walk up to ghost hunters and say, hey, big fan, great to meet you. That's what's guaranteed with the $25. If they charge beyond that, even for selfies, some do, some don't. Um, they charge for their autographs if you want a photo
And
they sign it in their books or whatever. They will charge for that, but we don't dictate any of that. We don't set any of those prices. It's each individual celebrity sets their own prices for selfies if they charge, some don't, and for merch. So it's on a case by case basis when it comes to the celebrities.
Real quick, I'm really excited to make this announcement. We've had the help with somebody professionally that does this. We are for the very first time having a silent auction at the event. So when you come in, there's a table, and this person worked really hard and has gotten some really amazing, amazing silent auction items that you're going to want to check out. And they're different things for both days, just so you know.
So signage is another one. When you're dealing with a high school and trying to direct people where to go, the handout is one thing that we give you as a reference, and hopefully use that because that's the best thing to use. But if not, like Chris said, the lecture schedule will be there. Take a picture of that when you walk in. You're going to see signs to lead you to where the exhibit rooms are, straight back. Straight when you walk in the expo doors, auditorium on the left, gym on the right, vendors on the right. If you go straight back through this breezeway and hallway, that's where the exhibit rooms are, where Chip is and where Steve DeShavi is. If you come up that main hallway and you hit an intersection where you can go further down or right or left and you go left, that's where Project Fear, Ghost Hunters, and Ghost Brothers are. It sounds harder than it is, but it literally is. It's either straight right, left or straight left. I mean, it's just oop, quick turn, go a little longer, another left turn. That's the entire expo area.
And the map shows where all the bathrooms are, and there are multiple bathrooms, and that's why it's really important that this handout is like, so if you see that there's a lot of people over here at this bathroom, if you go down these two other separate halls, there's more bathrooms. So be aware of that when you're. The other thing is that we are selling New Jersey Paraunity t-shirts this year. They're going to be very limited, but not only are they limited, but they're very unique. No shirt is made of the same makeup of colors, and you'll get to be able to see them at the table. Very unique. And hoodies. We actually have hoodies this year because it's November.
So again, we covered everything. We'll run down real quick again so people turned in late because we got to do this again on Instagram.
And just so you know, Tracy Skilba Siras, she's on here, and if I butchered your name, I'm sorry, Tracy. She's on here. She just asked if anybody wanted to donate. She's the person to contact.
Small backpacks permitted. They didn't give anybody a hard time, but there will be police there, so
I don't think you're going to have a hard time. They may give it a quick look. Especially seems how it's a medical backpack too.
But again, we're going to keep an eye on the questions because we're going to go do this on Instagram in a minute, and we're going to cut everything we just did, and that's why we're going to do the speed round so that I could definitely create 30-second reels for every question. You guys don't have to watch this whole thing again. And mission, boom. There'll be a reel, there'll be a reel, there'll be a reel. So really quick, the expo again is coming next week, believe it or not. If you have tickets to the VIP parties, you know the information. So there's nothing to be said about that. The actual convention, 2 days this year, Saturday the 4th, Sunday the 5th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The best way to look it up is just Woodbridge High School. It's in a high school. So look up Woodbridge High School. Like Chris said, we have a lot of members of the Woodbridge Police Department there handling all of our parking because that is the one thing that we will not do. We would go crazy trying to.
And I do want to say this.
Handle all the parking.
I do have to say this. We're in a school. We work with the township, so there's always going to be police there, and there's always going to be a fire marshal there.
Of course.
So it's not that somebody called the fire marshal, this is part of working with the school board and the school system and the Woodbridge Township. So because the comment was made that, oh my God, the fire marshal was called on them. No, we work with you. This is
there every
normal.
year.
This is what we do. They've always been there. They'll always be there.
Yeah.
Just so that we put that out there to you guys.
Yeah. Again, this is like Chris said, this is sponsored by the mayor and the township. We work with the recreation department, the police department, the board of education. We work with all these different organizations within the township. So red tape, checkbox. We've got to do everything to accommodate, and they're all there.
It's all going to be
At
done
some
by the
point
book.
during the day, they are all there, including
Always.
the mayor. The mayor will walk through on either day. So, but again, 10 to 5, Saturday and Sunday, the 4th and 5th. Admission. Online sales are completely closed, and we had to do that due to a township PayPal glitch. As far as admission, they're completely closed. Tickets are available at the door both days for the event. We're going to try to separate the lines, to process online and get the cash lines moving as quickly as we can to get everybody in, get you banded. There's different bands for each day, so don't come back Sunday trying to use your Saturday band because you're not going to get in. So we'll get through those lines, us, as quickly as we can.
And honestly, if you're buying Saturday and Sunday and you have both, show us both. We'll band you right then. These bands are waterproof. So show us both and we'll band you so you don't even have to worry about being banded on Sunday.
So again, remember the handout is going to be given to you. We pay extra for that handout. Again, that costs money to have printed. That has a map on the back, the poster on the front. You want to get the poster signed by all the celebrities, people do that. It's a good keepsake. It has a map on the back. Reference the map first before you try to ask somebody. And if you can't, there'll be people around. The township people will be there. We'll be running around like chickens with our head cut off. The lectures, like she said, auditorium's on the left. Take a picture of the signs. They'll be on big poster signs. So you get to plan Saturday and Sunday for what you want to do.
The other thing that's really important, and I want to tell everybody so you're warned ahead of time, they don't allow food in the gym.
No.
And they don't allow food or drinks in the auditorium. You will be removed. You will be asked to throw out your food. So eat up out where they provide a sitting area or stand in the hallway and finish what you're doing. They're very, very strict about this. They need to protect their school. So I just want to let you guys know that up front. You cannot bring in any form of alcohol, any weapons, a pocket knife, nothing in the school. We have police all around.
Yeah, they're there.
They're watching for it.
Yeah.
So you cannot bring baked items or food to the celebrity guest. It will be thrown out. And I don't want you people spending money. Somebody brought this absolutely stunning cake one year for Amy Allen for her birthday. It had to be thrown out at the front door.
Yeah.
We do not want you to have to go through with that. If you can give it to her, give it to whatever you need to give privately somewhere else offsite, do that.
Yeah, and another thing that I want to mention before we finish up here is Comfort Suite Hotel does have a bar in the hotel that is only, and I underline the word only, available to the people who are staying at the Comfort Suites or the Fairfield Inn, which is right across the lot. They are going to be checking. They're going to have a security system in place to where if you're not staying at those hotels, you are not getting into that bar. So don't try, because they will have police there. They will be watching and checking everyone. So
yeah.
Last year, the parking lot was overrun. They will not have that again. And they're going to take as many precautions as they need to. So if you're not staying at either of those hotels, don't bother coming to that bar. It's not a public bar. They have it open for that weekend and just for the patrons. And that is it.
So we have two really good questions. One, what about anxiety dogs? If your dog is a registered therapy dog or what do they call it, service dog?
Yeah.
Yes, you will be allowed. Just make sure there's identification on the dog that shows. But yes, they do allow that for that. But it needs to be a service dog or registered as a therapy dog. And they'll check. The other thing is can the vendors, if they have food or drink behind your table? Yes, as long as it's minimal and it's not crazy.
And you clean up your mess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They understand that you're there working, and they've made exceptions. We just can't have people walking around and eating.
So our vendors are awesome too.
They are.
When we talk about the expo, we talk about there are three things that make a successful expo. It's the celebrities who are there. People love the celebrities. It's you guys. It's you guys who attend, and it's the vendors. You need those three things to have a successful convention. We pride ourselves in the vendors that we have every year because we only have so many. We're not these big box convention and casinos and big places where they could fit hundreds of them. We can only fit maybe 40, 50 tops. And we select the different types of vendors to give people different options. And we have found through the years that people really like the vendors. They sell so many different things. The readers are all different. And again, that's for your experience. If you only spend $25 to get in, hopefully you have some money in your pocket to go get a keepsake to bring home with you, to get a couple of autographs, and to really get the full experience of the convention.
I saw the question, will there be cafeterias open for sitting and eating? There will not. Those spaces are actually being used for the celebrities.
There's a McDonald's across the street. There's restaurants right across the street if you want to go to them.
Your wristband, you can come and go.
Yeah.
Come and go. No issues within the time frame. There was something else I wanted to say, and I kind of went blank because that's what I do when I'm hyper focusing.
But no, we appreciate you guys. It's great to see that you guys appreciate us and what we do, but we wouldn't be able to do this unless you guys showed up every year and supported us every year. And we're just people that love this field. We're part of New Jersey Paranormal, hence the hat. So you want to show your appreciation, go follow New Jersey Paranormal on social media. It's 3 words, New Jersey Paranormal. There is nothing before or after, just New Jersey Paranormal. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We do a lot of interviews. We do a lot of live investigations. We do a lot of discussions. So you want to show your appreciation, that would be a great way to do it by supporting us in our events that are outside of the expo.
We do not take for granted that some people are hopping on planes, people are getting in their cars, they're traveling, that they're booking hotels, and they're supporting all of the businesses in Woodbridge. And this is what this is about. It's about supporting each other.
And our promise to you is we'll give it all we got. We always have, and we always will. As long as we're doing this, we're going to give it everything we got to give you the best experience we can for the trust you've shown in us and the money that you're spending.
The shirts, the t-shirts for the New Jersey Paraunity Expo go from when I say they're extremely limited, I'm not kidding. There are 9 medium, there are 20 large, and then it goes up to 2X, 3X. So it goes, and then the hoodies, there's only 10 hoodies of large, extra large, and 10 hoodies of 2X. And I see it's large. I know, large, extra large, and 2X.
We'll see when the day of.
There's 10 of each, and then there's only 1 3X. So when I say limited, I'm not kidding.
Any advice for the first time? Have a great time.
Have a great time.
Get all that you can out of it. Look at the lecture schedule. Kind of figure out who you want to meet. And kind of, because some of the Project Fear, there's a lot of fans. Ghost Hunters, a lot of fans. They all have a decent amount of fans, but for some, you'll wait online longer than others. It's just the nature of the beast. It's like any other convention. So Project Fear is who you want to see. You're going to wait online a couple hours to meet them. It's just.
But you could also plan it out and decide you want to do it on Sunday and find that the lines might be shorter on that day for
or you meet some one day and some the other, and you take in all the lectures in between. That's really why we did it the way we did it. But again, we do this because we're in the field. We assist people privately. We do public events, all fundraising events, and we love what we do. And I'll be completely honest with you, we do not look at any attendee as a dollar sign. This isn't a money-making convention. It's not for profit. It's nonprofit. It's for charity. We do it because we love it. And we look at you guys as people that we want to give you all that we can for the money you spent, because again, we don't look at you and see $25, $25, 20. We look at you like, hey, these people travel from California, from Maine, from North Carolina, from across Jersey to be here to spend their money.
And you bring your families.
Yeah.
That's even better.
So we do find that people make friends too. So if you're
Yeah.
coming alone, no worries. You'll meet other people that have the same interests you do, whether it's a
Even
fan
if
base.
you come alone, you're not going to be alone. I can guarantee it. These group of people that show up to this convention, they just want to talk and be a part, and the person behind you, in front of you in a line, before you know it, you're the best of friends. And we've got a ton of people on here became friends because they come to this from all over.
Yeah. And that's the whole idea of it. It's community. That's what the paranormal should be, a community. And again, this is why we all gather for things like this. And just have a good time. That's my advice to anyone. Have a good time. Be patient when you're waiting on the lines, and get everything that you want out of it if you can. Go to the exhibit rooms, go to the lectures, meet who you want to meet. Just have a good time. You two are so awesome. But that's about it. If you missed any part of this, go back and watch the video. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be cutting reels from everything that we talked about. So there'll be 1 minute snippets of question, here's the answer, question, here's the answer. So it's much easier to access than having to watch this whole video.
And if there's something we didn't address that you think of later, by all means, please send us a message. We want to make this as painless and as much fun as possible.
But, again, we are the people responsible. Whatever happened last year, whatever happened 7 years ago, whatever happens next week, we are responsible for the good, the bad, and the ugly. We don't hide from it.
We're right here in front of you.
We're in front of you. Our numbers are on the page. So, we hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, you can tell us that too. All right, guys, we will see you next week, starting next Saturday. And all heck's going to break loose. So we'll see you then. Thanks again for everything.
Take care, everybody.